Actually, I have that. I can do that today. Later, obviously. Give her some too. Clear it out. Actually, I can do that. Get on there. Get the eggs. Can't believe this fucking thing's coming this way. Damn it. Unreal. Fuck's sake. Hmm. System could be the injury. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? Uh, the weather's kind of annoying today. It's been raining, windy. The sun's out partially. Now it's another dark cloud coming over. I've been pretty busy this morning with readings and stuff. I had a few people I had to do readings for on Instagram. So I just had my second cup about an hour ago because I was up early this morning. I had to take my nephew to school. He didn't want to ride his bike in the rain. Obviously, I wouldn't either. But his mother went work. My sister went work first thing in the morning. She left at like 7 some. And then he was like, Uncle Mark, can you take me to school? Because I don't want to ride my bike in the rain. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Then I went to my favorite place to get breakfast. Had some French toast, egg, and sausages. So I'm good to go. Had my 2 cups of coffee already. Now I just got a water here. Did a few readings. Now I'm good. I'm just chilling. Hopefully the weather gets better this afternoon so I can cut the grass. But I have some things I can do. But the bad news is we might have another hurricane coming this way. There's like a an invest right off of Africa there, and it looks like it's gonna form into a hurricane by the weekend. So that's bad news. I don't want the fucking hurricane to come here again. But the good news is the guy came here to fill up the propane tank because they said we're better off filling it up now. So that way, if the storm comes on the weekend or after the weekend, we have a full tank. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I told him go ahead and fill it up because It's better to be safe than sorry. So apparently it's got a 70% chance of forming. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Lucky, it's still far away and they still don't know where it's going to go, but all the models show it coming towards us on the east side, which is good because it won't affect me that much, which is great. And all the landscapers cut all the trees from the power line, so that's a good thing. But otherwise, that it's all good because I have three hurricane shutter on three of the shutters up top. So I have two on my end and one on my sister's, and I'm not taking them down because it don't make sense taking them down and then putting them back up if I have the hurricane coming this way or a tropical storm comes this way. I need to get back on the ladder and put them back up and all that bullshit. So I still have all the hurricane stuff on standby. It's not packed away yet. So I have everything in the shed ready to go if we get any bad weather next weekend, or I mean this week come this weekend into next week. So unfortunately, I can't take the hurricane stuff off the top end of the house, which is cool. I don't mind keeping it there. I don't really open up my windows and blinds upstairs in my room anyway, because it's too windy anyway. And I'm never up there unless I go sleep. So, I got to deal with that. It's raining on and off here, which is annoying. It's dark outside again, and then it becomes sunny. Now the sun's coming out. The clouds are all around. It's been like this since 7 o'clock this morning. And if you can see above my head, tomorrow is going to be 22 knots, and then on Friday it says 20 to 30. And throughout the week it's going to be like 18, 12. So I might as well leave the hurricane stuff up on the upper part of the house. So I don't feel like going on a ladder and taking it on and up and down and all that bullshit. So I'll leave it there for another week. My nephew said, "Keep it up there, Uncle Mark. I don't want to go on a ladder and deal with it." I said, "Me neither. Fuck that. Last thing I want to do is go on a ladder and deal with that bullshit up and down, up and down. Fuck that." So I'll leave it there for now. I really want to cut my grass today, but as you can see above my head, the radar shows all these showers around us. So hopefully tonight I can cut the grass and it'll be dry. But right now, that's why I'm here. I've been busy all morning doing readings and stuff, and so keeps me occupied. And then last night before I went in bed, my DJ friend uh said that the guy that was the guy that did the song for me, he had a mild heart attack and he was ended up being better in the end, and he ended up doing the song for me. But he had had a mild heart attack before that, and I know he's not bullshitting because I saw it on Instagram. So thank God he's okay, and he believes in God, so he thanked God, and I sent my prayers to him and stuff, and he's okay now. Though he's in much good spirits now. But I'm like, I've said I wanted a song from this guy for years, and I finally got it, and he had a heart attack before it. It's like almost God saved his life to like say, no, no, you're not gonna die yet. You're gonna do a song for Mark first. And the weird thing about it is I kind of felt something bad was gonna happen, and something bad did happen. He ended up having a mild heart attack, but he ended up recovering really quick, and he ended up doing the song for me anyway, which I greatly appreciate him doing. But it just to show you, man, you know, and he's young too. He's probably like a little younger than me. I consider myself young. He could be a dinosaur like Dan, you know. But yeah, it's crazy how life is, though. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm glad that he recovered, man, because I don't want to be the last song that he sings, you know. That's fucking sucks. But I'm so glad he's okay. He's a good guy. So yeah, life never seems to amaze me. It's always something, you know. Always some bullshit. Exactly, you know. So I don't want to be that old yet. But I gotta go to the city and do a few things anyway, so I just don't want to go now because I have to go back to the city to pick up my nephew this afternoon. So I'd rather go a little earlier and then do it then. I mean, and plus I don't want to waste a whole pile of gas and shit. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, pain in the ass. I knew you couldn't resist. Pain in the ass is here. Pain in the ass. The heck is this? Fluff board or something. All right. Thanks for the super chat, pain in the ass. You said I got the costing for the products from 10K pieces to 50K pieces. The bigger quantity, the cheaper the cost. Duh. That's like a no-brainer question. More is better. Would you rather a guy with 4 inches or 7? Would you rather have a guy with 4 and let him give you 8 twice? Hmm. Well, I asked if you should get the 10K pieces. It said no. And I asked if you should get the 50K pieces. It says no. It's not really giving me a decent answer here. Not really getting a decent answer. All right, right, I'll ask for all four and see which one tells me which one it is, which one you should get. 10, 20, 30, 50. Well, I got the Ace of Pentacles for 10. 20, no. 30 will bring a lot of hard work, but you'll make it back. And 50 is a smart choice, but also you have to attain your goal before you get there. And 20, it says you're restraining yourself. So it's either you get the best card I have here is the Ace of Pentacles, which is 10. So the best option I see in the cards is 10. 30 is the next option. It'll be good if you get 30 as well, but you really have to put in the effort to sell the 30. That's what it's saying. I think 10,000 pieces is a lot. And that's probably why the Ace of Pentacles showed up for 10. I would say 10 and 30 are your good options. But 10 is probably the best option. Well, the thing is, if you get 10, right? My advice is this. If you get 10 and you sell 5,000 and you know that you're going to sell that other 5,000, then I would say go and get 30 for the second round. That's what I would say. If you feel like the business is really if it's gonna really pop off like that. So that depends on the cards are saying it depends on the effort. The results of your effort is gonna determine how much you sell, which is normal. So if you were to get 10K and you start to sell like hotcakes and you reach 5,000, then you still have 5,000 left to sell. So I would say if you sell the whole 10,000, then you might as well get 30 and keep going like that. That's up to you though. If you feel like you want to do something, you should just do it. But I don't think you should go all out and get 50. No. But the reason why they tell you the more you get, the cheaper it is because they want to make money. They don't know if you're going to make money. So it's up to you. But if everybody's telling you 10, then maybe you should. It's always good to start out, at a reasonable pace and then go from there. Because 10,000 is a lot. That's a lot. So, like I said, if you sell half of it in a decent amount of time, then you know that getting 30 will be better because then you can get your next one and go from there. But it's really up to you. You don't really want to go all out and then lose. It's best to play safe and just get the minimum and then go from there. At the end of the day, 10,000 is a lot. Yeah, so that's a lot. And people have to rate the product too. If they don't have a rating, on the product, then there's no sale because a lot of people ain't gonna buy shit without a review. So I would start small and work your way up. So it's not good to go all out and then you lose money because then the business won't succeed. It's good to start off small, baby steps, and work your way up. I just had this conversation with my friend yesterday. Told him, I said, I've been on my own for 19 years. I started working on my motorcycle. I used to take a bag of tools on my motorcycle and went to people's houses and I used their ladders and some of their stuff because I didn't have everything. And I only charged them $30 an hour because I didn't have my own vehicle. And then a year later, I got my van, my first car, I mean, right? And then I had to pay off that car so I can make profit again. And that happened within the first 6 months. And I bust my ass, paid off the car with a few jobs, and then I started to profit. And then 16 years later, I sell the car and buy this new van. Yeah. Oh, not 16, sorry, 17 years later. Whatever it is, anyway, you know my point. But it takes a long time to establish yourself, and you have to work hard. You have to push. In my business and yours is totally different. I don't have to push my product because I don't have a product. I have to push my reputation and make sure that people know that I'm the real deal. But if you're selling a product, you have to make sure that you get good reviews. If there's bad reviews, then people ain't gonna buy your shit. It's that simple. So you do whatever you feel is right. If you're confident you can sell all those bottles and all that stuff, then go for it. But if you ain't got nobody to buy that shit, then it don't make sense buying a lot because you ain't gonna sell a lot. But if you can guarantee people to buy those things, then you can make the actual mathematical stuff. Hey Claudia, how you doing? You might have a customer right now. Claudia wants to know what you're selling. If I was a woman, I'd only sell one thing. Old hoods are millionaires. Damn, you have a dirty mind. I wasn't talking about that. Not. I remember a guy said years ago that if I was a woman, I'd sell my coochie every day because I'm sitting on a gold mine. Men want that coochie. I'll sell my damn coochie every damn day. I'll just make sure that I don't catch nothing. Fuck, I laughed. I was like, yeah, little do you know. Fuck, I laughed. I was like, yeah, little do you know, there's different sizes you have to take. So if you can't take it, then you ain't gonna want to sell it no more once you get that deep. That thing will ruin that coochie. You be selling that thing and hurting. Poor sight. That'll teach you from seven. Well, right now it's easy to be a hoe because you got OnlyFans. All you gotta do is show some cleavage and some ass. Flash the coochie every now and then. You ain't even gotta fuck nobody. You can be a conservative hoe and make money online. Do these little chat room things and flash the coochie. Bang, good to go. If I can make money off my feet, I'd do it. How much you want to pay for these beautiful man feet? $50 a pick? I'll take it. I'll pay for some gas and some groceries. $50 a pick? I'll take it. I'll pay for some gas and some groceries. Sell a few pics. I'll be alright. Not. I think you have to be a sociopath to have sex with random men. Well, money would do it. Dan, I couldn't even tell you how to get on there, and that's the honest to goodness truth. I've heard about OnlyFans a million times, but I've never like researched it, searched it. I don't even know what the home page looks like. I have no idea because I really don't care. I know I laugh and I talk shit about hoes and I say, hoes need love and I talk about hoes a lot on here. But I honestly don't like hoes at all, you know. Don't tell nobody, but I don't like them too much. Cause like Claudia just says, to have you have to be a sociopath or a sick person to have sex with random people you don't even know. I feel like an old fart because I don't really know what OnlyFans contains of. I know what it's about, but from what I heard, but I've never really wanted to like search and look at it, to be honest. Because I think that's the dumbest thing a man could do is log on to a site just to see somebody through a camera. That don't make no sense. You're paying for nothing. Like you ain't even getting no coochie. You ain't even getting no sexual, pleasure out of it. You know, in my opinion, if I'm gonna pay to see a woman, I'm gonna fuck her if I want to. If not, then what's the sense of doing it? You're paying to see somebody. Fuck, I see women for free every day on the side of the road, going through the grocery store, looking good. Take a little peek. Nothing wrong with looking. They look at us too. You know, I've been to a few strip clubs in my lifetime. Yeah, probably not by choice. Like I said, when I was 21, I went to my first strip club with my boss. He took us all to the strip club. I wanted to stay in the car. He's like, "You better get your ass out here, man. It's just a topless bar. We're gonna have something to eat, and we're gonna go to a topless bar." I said, "Come on, man. I really don't want to waste my money on these hoes. I gotta, I want a girlfriend. I don't want no hoe." So he was like, "Man, I'm paying for everything." I'm like, "All right, man, let's go." So we went to Tampa and we went into this topless bar. This is when I was like 21. I've told this story before. We guys ate, some hamburgers and fries and stuff. We had dessert. And then these women were walking around serving us with their titties hanging out. And then like he bought me like two lap dances from this Hawaiian beautiful girl. And that's it. I went to that. And then I would say maybe 2 years later, we went again. And we went to this other club that was topless as well. And he bought me like a couple dances, but I never spent like my own money. And in Atlanta, I went to Atlanta when I was DJing, and my one of my friends, he was 25. He went 25. His birthday was when we were out there, and he says, "Man, I've always wanted to go to a strip club." And I'm like, "Oh God." I was like, "Look, man, I'll take you to the strip club that I know down the hill because I drive across from it all the time." So we went there, and I bought him a few lap dances for his birthday. I was 24, he was 25. He was a year older than me. So I was like, "Let's go, bro. I'll take you." So he was so happy. "Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man. It's the best birthday ever." I'm like, "Okay, bro. Whatever you want." That's all good. So, like I said, I ain't fucking nobody in no strip club and dirty assholes. I ain't getting no STD. Hell no. Well, yeah, I've been to a few strip clubs. I ain't gonna lie, but not because I really want to. It's because I wanted to go with my friends and boss, and I took my friend there one time. It's not like I was like spent $1,000 there, and I was like, "Yeah, ho," I'm not doing that shit. Hell, no. I ain't, me, I love my money because I work hard for it, and I'm not gonna spend my money on no hoe and not get no coochie. You know, that's like going on a date for 6 months and paying for the girl shit and not getting nothing out of it. Because that's what most people do. Like they think because they're paying, they're gonna get something. And some women are like that. If you take me to dinner a couple of times, I'll do this for you and do that for you. I'm like, yeah, you keep thinking that. Exactly. Dan says, Dan says I can clean a woman's house and get hickeys. Oh shit. I gotta listen to my sister's voice message real quick. I'm gonna shut the volume off on here real quick. Give me a sec. Oh boy, I tell you, people always make their decisions my problem. People must think I have their. My sister must think I have her fucking life. I ain't doing that fucking bullshit. That's not my problem. I keep telling her to fucking deal with it. Yeah. I said I talk to her myself every single fucking day. I really do. It's like nobody cares. Not my problem. My sister wants to sell my nephew's bike. And I told her, put that shit on Facebook and see if anybody wants it. And if not, you sell it to the company you bought it for, and they'll give you like a certain price, but they're not going to give you the value for it. You're better off putting that shit on Facebook. Nobody ever listens to anything I say, but I swear. It's like I talk to hear my fucking self every day. Always want to involve me in shit. I don't have luck selling anything. You're asking the wrong person. I don't even sell shit. I'm not that lucky. Shit. I am not lucky like that. No, it's actually brand new, right? But what happened was my nephew, he wanted a specific bike, and they told him that it won't be here until Christmas. And he says, I can't wait that long. So he ends up buying this other bike, right? So then when he starts using the bike, he realizes that, the bike doesn't have that much power. He doesn't really like it that much. And the bike is not the one he wanted. And he's a picky little fuck. And he said that, I don't want this bike. I want the other one. Because the other one is all what his friends have. And so then he gets the other bike, the new one. My sister got him the other one. Because my sister said she was going to keep his bike. Now she doesn't want the bike. And now she wants to sell it. And it's only like 2 months old. Actually 3 months old. And it's barely been used. It's a 50cc Peugeot 4-stroke. It's a nice bike, but it doesn't have much power. Like it's a okay bike for a person that's skinny and like small, and they want to touch the ground. It's like for a 5 foot person that's about 100 pounds. That's who it's good for. And I'm sure somebody will buy it if she put it up on Facebook. And I told her not to buy that bike. But no, nobody listens to me. Because my nephew, he's like 5'6", and he's short and he's skinny, right? He's not that short, but he's 5'6", and he just doesn't like the bike because we have a big hill we have to come up, and that bike barely makes it over the hill. So somebody like me, who's 200 pound plus on that bike, which I've already been on, it doesn't really pull you up the hill. It pulls you up the hill, but barely. Like the bike just doesn't have that much power. You can get parts for it to make it faster and more powerful. But when you buy a brand new bike, it should be already like cool like that. So I told him, I said, if you don't want this bike and the new bike is better, which the new bike is way better, right? So, excuse me. So I told him, ask your friends if they want it. Oh, my friends are gonna want. I said, you don't even ask. You have to ask if they want it. Then one of his friends says he does want it, and then he doesn't follow up because he ain't paid for it. See, these kids are too. My sister is to blame anyway because she gives these kids too much, and I keep telling her you gotta stop giving them what they want, but she don't fucking listen. These kids are spoiled, man. I don't want this bike, buy me another one. Okay, you must be fucking crazy. You're gonna deal with that bike whether you like it or not. Cause I bought it. You want your own bike? You fucking pay for it. That's what my dad told me. He goes, "You want a bike? You're gonna have to go pay for it." I paid $1,700 for my first 50cc bike. I paid for it myself. My dad says, "You've been working part time. You can get it yourself. I can't afford to give you a bike. I'm paying for your school." I was like, "All right, cool." I paid for it myself. Now the price of a bike is double. And then I told my sister, I said, "You're at fault too, because you said you're gonna keep the bike, and now you don't want it. So both of you are idiots. And now you want to try and get me to sell the bike? No, no, no. You sell the fucking bike is your problem. I have my dad's bike here. I fixed it. It works perfectly fine for me. And the bike, my dad's bike is like 13 years old. And I fixed it up and it runs perfectly fine. It's good enough for me. You guys have a problem, not me. I ain't dealing with that shit. They always make bad decisions and then put their decisions on someone else. I keep telling them, stop making bad decisions. Stop buying shit without actually knowing about it. All because it looks nice doesn't mean it runs nice. But they don't fucking listen to me. And then I get pissed off at them, and then I'm a bad person for fucking them off. Because they made bad decisions. And then they make excuses for their bad decisions. That's even worse. That makes me even more mad. I told her, I said, I ain't got no time for that shit. Ain't happening. Yeah, see, you went half and half with Pops. Got yourself a Honda 175. That's nice. Me, I had to buy my own bike. And I bought my own car and my own shit. And I worked hard for it. Ain't nobody give me shit. That's what I told my sister. You need to treat these kids like how you were treated. You want it, you gotta go work and you gotta pay for it so they can appreciate it. Because if they don't pay for it, they're just gonna leave it there and be like, I don't want this, I don't want that. Oh, it's too small, it's not enough power. You can't ride a bike for like 2 months and expect it to be better. The bike has to like run every day in order for it to be better and better. And I explained that to him with my other nephew's bike. My nephew first got his bike, it was a piece of shit. Then they took off the restrictors, and then the bike got much better and much better and much better. But no, nobody listens to anything I say. I've been working on bikes my whole life, but they never listen to me. These young kids, they think they know everything. They were born smart. And then when things like this happen, they don't want to say nothing to me because they know they were wrong and I was right. And they'll never admit that I'm right. So I try to tell these idiots that you guys don't know shit about bikes. I do. It's a nice bike, but you have to ride it. So it builds, carbon, it builds power, it builds the motor gets used to a certain point where you can upgrade it. If you don't ride it, you can't upgrade it. The bike has to build, enough. You have to break a bike in. Yeah. That's why I enjoy everything I have because I earned it. Ain't nobody gave me shit. No way in hell. It's just like this and everything else. I earned everything I do on here because I put in the time and the effort. Ain't nobody give me shit. I earn everything I have. And if somebody gives me something, I'm very appreciative and grateful because I don't really get too much shit given to me. But when somebody does, I'm very grateful and I get humble for a few minutes and understand that, hey, somebody was actually decent to me and gave me shit. I'm grateful because I didn't have fucks, back then. That's why the last 2 years I spoiled myself because I never had the things I had today because I had to work hard for it. And now I'm still, working for the things that I have, but not as much because I don't have to. But this young generation, like all my nephews, they didn't work for the shit they have. It's all given to them. Their parents said, "Oh, we didn't have shit, so I'm gonna give it to you." Yeah, fuck that. That's why God didn't give me no kids. God said Mark's gonna treat them just like how he grew up. That ain't gonna work in this society and this time of year. I know my kid will go to school. My daddy, he told me I have to work. What? You have to work? No way, that's a crime. You're not supposed to work when you're 12. Are you crazy? Yeah, well, I did. When I was 12 years old, I was packing groceries every weekend. I used to make like 60 to 100 bucks packing groceries. And then it was slow sometimes. And then during the summer, there had like Mondays where people didn't really go to the store, or like Thursdays, nobody would go to the store because they needed to get paid on Friday to go. So the manager would be like, "Hey, you want to make you want to make extra money? We need you to bag potatoes and bag ice." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "Okay, I'll give you 20 bucks if you bag up this amount of potatoes and you bag this amount of ice. I'll give you 20 bucks." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take it." You tell somebody that now, they're like, "Fuck you." I did anything, I did anything I could possibly do to make some type of money. And I was only 12, 13, 14 years old. And these kids now, they don't want to work. No fucking way. Not all kids, but my nephews, they only two of them actually worked when they were young. The rest of them, they're all spoiled brats. But if I say that to their parents, to my siblings, they're gonna get so mad at me. "Oh, I do what I want with my kids. You don't have kids, and if you did, you'd spoil them." I said, "That's what you think." I said, "I would never spoil my children. You know why? Because they need to know the value of a dollar. They need to know what life is early so they can appreciate things. If you keep giving shit to these kids and they don't work for it, they're going to think they're entitled to it for the rest of their life. And you're not teaching them the morals and values you were taught. Don't fucking tell me what to do." I'm like, "Okay, you'll see how your kids are going to turn out. Spoiled fucking brats like they are now." And one Christmas, I said that to my older sister. I said, "These fucking spoiled brats, they have everything. Don't you call my kids brats? They're not brats." I said, "Shut up, bitch. You're the biggest brat in this fucking whole family. Your parent, mom and dad paid for your education, and you gave your mom and dad fuck all in return." Her face went beet red, and she was so pissed at me for saying that to her face. I was like, "Bitch, you never worked when you were 12, little Miss Prissy. Fuck you. You don't even know what work is, ho. You never worked hard a day in your life. Shut up. Bullshit ass teacher in a fucking. You work mentally, yeah, but you don't work physically. What the fuck you do? Sit in your classroom, stand up every now and then and write on a chalkboard? Great job. Fucking come out here with me in the hot sun, bitch. You'll see what life is. You'll appreciate life more when you work hard." And then she'll say, "That's your fault. You want to work hard." No, it's not. It's because that's what my talent is, dumbass. I counteract everyone who thinks they're smarter or better than me. Yeah, you keep thinking you're better or smarter than me. I bust my ass from day one. I work for everything I have. That's why I can talk the way I talk. Stupid ass. This is the easiest job I have. Sitting here doing readings every day. This is the easiest job I've ever had in my life. And I deserve to have an easy job at this age because I don't want to bust my ass no more. I've done my work. I bust my ass since 12. I'm 48. That's 30 plus years of a bust ass. You don't believe me? I can show you. And anybody who knows me knows that I bust my ass to get what I want. And I'm continuing to do whatever I need to do to make money and to be happy. You know? Yeah, yeah, you got you know you have to break into it, yeah. 11 and you didn't turn 12 until school started. That was a pick and a shovel to work, yeah. My dad said the other day to my mom, because my mom is living in delusional world too, and my dad said, I want you to cut the grass, not your brother, because your brother does not know what he's doing. And my mom was like, you act like he didn't help you back in the day. And he goes, when did he help me? And my mom goes, I'm sure he did. He says, no, Mark helped me weed whack and rake all the leaves, and I cut the grass. Because my dad, he wanted to use the lawnmower. He didn't let me use it until later on when I was like probably like 17, 18. But when I was like 12, 13, I would go out there with my dad and he would tell me, look, rake these leaves. When he cut the hedges, he said, rake those leaves, put them in a pile, and then go put on my gloves, shitty ass gloves with holes in it. Man, you fuck these people, these little fuckers don't even know what work is. I'll tell you what work is. And my nephews see me bust my ass now. And for the past 10 years, they've been watching me bust my ass. And you know what they tell me? I don't want to be like you. I love you, Uncle Mark. You're my favorite, but I don't want to work like you. Fuck that. Every time I see you, you're sweating, your back's hurting, and you're tired. But you definitely know what you're doing, Uncle Mark. We love you and thank you for making our home look great. But I don't want that life. And I said, good. I'm glad you don't want my life because my life is not for everybody. And there's people out there who work way harder than me, have three, four, five jobs to support their family and shit. And those are the people who I really give value to because you actually are going out there and doing multiple jobs. Like me. At one point in time, I was working hard every day and coming online at night. And I told everybody, I don't need to come on here. I'm making money. You think I need to come on here and make a couple dollars on here? I don't need to come on here, so don't fucking irritate me. I used to tell people all that all the time. I choose to be on here because it's something that I love to do and it makes me happy being on here. But I don't have to be on here. It's a choice. And I'm glad I choose to come on here because it makes me happy. Whereas before it really didn't. But now I'm happy and have been for a while. But I don't want to be like, an asshole like that and say, fuck it. The hell's going on outside? I could swear somebody's in my yard. Let me see. Might be my neighbor. Oh no, it's my friend Mike. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll be back.